Hello, this is a tutorial for viewing and reporting in your service calls on RSVP for the Kelner Merchandising Network. Please note that this version of RSVP requires Chrome as your browser. So let's begin. Enter in your username and password and click Log On. After you log in, you will see my schedule. This is the layout of my schedule. Here is the main menu of RSVP. It falls under my schedule. Let's take a look at the important columns. Starting from left to right, service call numbers, docs, which is an abbreviation for documents. This is where you will access and view the documents related to the corresponding service call number. The service window, this is the start date and end date of the corresponding service call. Planned service date, this is where you will enter the estimated planned date of service. Program, this will list the products and brands of the corresponding service call number. Tier, this will give you how often a month this location will be serviced. Chain and store number, location, usually the mall name, city and state, planned hours, and pay rate. Next, we will talk about the toolbar. The toolbar for my schedule. The toolbar for my schedule is located in this area. There are a couple of different buttons, so I'll talk about each one. So here we go. The first button is Reload Data. In other words, it'll refresh the schedule when you click it. Just do this and it reloads. This button allows you to show or hide columns. For example, over here is the location. I don't want to see that on my grid. So I click this icon, or the button, and I go down to where it says location, and I uncheck it. Notice that it disappeared. Maybe I don't want to see the tier. I uncheck that, and that disappears. If you want to reload all the columns the way it was as a default, you can click this Restore to Default and they all reappear. It's a nice feature to have if you want to control the view of your grid. The next button is the Filter button. The Filter button enables you to filter the list of service calls by choosing a program, a chain, a store number, city, or state. In this case, you have the same city, so there's no sense in filtering on that. But what is different is I can filter on Michael Kors ladies belts or Draper James. So let's say I want to just look at all my service calls that have the word belts in it. So what I would do is I would choose filter, and under program I would type in belt. And only the service calls that have the word belt in it would show. If I want to return to the default filter, just make sure there's nothing in these cells, and I hit Run Filter, and everything returns as it was. The button for Report Service Call is not lit up for now. I will get back to this later in this video. The next button is Save Plan Dates. I will skip this for now and get back to it shortly. The button that says Printable Schedule, let's talk about this. When you click this button, a new tab will open up. This will give you a way to print my schedule either to your printer, or you can download this and save it as a PDF. I will go into more detail regarding the layout of this printable schedule a little later in this video. Viewing documents. Let's talk about accessing information regarding a service call, such as the questionnaire and instructions, line lists or assortments, and planograms. When you click the word View, a document dialog will open up. Listed on the left will be the questionnaires, and listed on the right will be instructions or planograms, etc. For example, when you click the underlined link of this questionnaire, a new tab will open up with the questionnaire and all its questions. You can print this to your printer, or you can save it as a PDF. Likewise, under the documents, when you click the link, a new tab will open up, and you will see, in this example is a belt guideline for merchandising the belts. Here is an example of the shipping carton for this company, GBG, and here's an example of the shipping tape. Likewise, you can print this to the printer or save it as a PDF. You can close this dialog box with this X. You can close this dialog box when you're done viewing your documents with this X. And I'll just show you another example of what the view is for this particular service call, which happens to be for sunglasses. In conclusion, all service calls with the related documents will be found next to the service call when you click the word View. The next section on this video will be entering a planned date of service. Each service call has a particular planned date of service request. For this service call, I have a service window of 4/2 through 4/30 for the Michael Kors ladies belts. When I click this cell, a calendar will pop up, and you will select the date that you plan to get to the store. Well, I'm planning to get to this store on April the 4th for the Michael Kors belts, but for the sunglasses, I'm going to get there probably later in the month. I'm expecting to get there on the 19th. So now I've chosen my estimated or planned dates of service for these two service calls. In order for me to have this register with RSVP system, I have to click the button Save Plan Dates. So let's do this now. You'll get a little prompt notification. Modified plan service dates saved successfully. You click OK, and now you'll be ready to enter your service call after you've completed it by clicking in the hyperlinked service call number. And I will get to that in the next part of this video. In this part of the video, I'm going to explain how to enter the results of your completed service call. But before I do that, I just wanted to point out one other feature. If you want to print the service call before you go to the store or out for the day, you can highlight the row and click PDF service call. For example, here I've highlighted this row for the Michael Kors service call, and I click PDF service call. and the service call will open up. Just want to point out also that we've pre-listed the location, the store number, the address, service call number, the client or brand. The program, Michael Kors Ladies Belts. The window of service is supposed to take place between these two dates, and this is the planned date of service that you put in. When you print this out and take it to the store, you'll see all the questions that you'll be expected to answer and how many pictures you have to take and what kind of picture you have to take, before, after, and total department picture. And with that piece of paper in the store, it allows you to record your name, the date you worked, and the time in and time out. It's a good piece of record keeping for your own records only. Okay, we'll just close this little tab. Now let's get into actually reporting in the results of the service call.